Welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda, and I'm outside in the garden today. I'm about to do a couple of projects. My first project that I'm going to do is I want to plant some hollyhocks that I got from the Dollar Tree. Well, I think these would be considered Family Dollar because they were $2. And I also got some purple coneflower. And I'm going to put them in a pot, well, one in each pot that I had some bulbs planted in earlier in the season. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these bulbs from these pots, and later I will put them somewhere in the yard. So to get the bulbs out, you want to go down deep into your soil and remove your bulbs. And I don't want to cut the tops off of these bulbs because I want them to naturalize on their own without me, because when you cut the tops off, it takes away the strength from the bulb. If you let the bulb naturalize, meaning letting it die back on its own, then the strength will go into the bulb, and then it'll make you have larger bulbs and stronger bulbs. So I am going to go ahead and remove them, and I'm just going to put them into a pot. Use one of my pots that I got, and I just put them inside my pot to store them till I can plant them later today. And there's another one. And see, they've already been spent. They're finished for this season. You want to try and get deep under the bulb so that you will not damage your bulbs. And that way you can not just have this pot sitting here waiting for spring again to bloom, have these bulbs bloom again. Because if you're like me, you need your pot for your season that you're in. And if some of them are, if once you get your soil loose, you may be able to just tug on it and pull it on out. But it's best if you can just go ahead and remove them with your trowel so that you won't damage the bulbs. So that's what I'm going to do with this last one. Got a lot of soil on that, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. So now I'm just going to mix my soil that I have left in this pot. I'll lower the camera. I want you all to see the bulbs that I have. And these are some bare roots. They say they bloom in the summer. These are the hollyhocks. I purchased them from one of the stores that is a combination of Dollar Tree and a Family Dollar. So this is where I ended up getting these, obviously on the Family Dollar side. Now this is supposed to have 2 plants in it. And this is what it looks like. But hollyhocks grow tall. And so that's why I wanted to make sure that I had a larger pot to put them in, because I didn't want to have to up-pot them in the middle of the summer once they started to grow. So I went ahead and found a pot that was large enough. And it says to plant them April to June. And dig a hole and set the bulb or plants or tubers in place. It does not specify the depth of the hole. So we're just gonna go ahead and put a hole in there that I'm gonna leave the top of this plant out, and the rest of it I'm gonna send down pretty deep because I want this plant to be stable once it starts to grow, because I don't want it to have a weak root and stem and fall over, because as I said, it is a plant that will grow tall. Okay, and this is the other one. It's bigger. And this is the top. And this is the root. And you see how the root has the stem has these roots that run all the way up like that? We're going to put all that underneath the soil. Go a little bit deeper because I don't want to have to break or bend my plant. So now just put the soil back around it and tamp it down. And right now I'm not going to even add any more soil to this. I'm just going to leave it like it is. And I didn't bring my labels out here, so I'm going to go ahead and just mark it like this for right now till I get my other plants planted. So I'll know what it is and then I'll mark it. But I am going to go ahead and put some water on it since I put it in the soil. Go ahead and water it in. Okay, so we're going to start on our next project. Well, I consider this to be the same project. These coneflowers from Family Dollar. But I still have to remove the bulbs from this container. So we're gonna go ahead and start to removing our bulbs. We're gonna go deep underneath. Try to make sure that we do not damage our bulbs, because although I did purchase these bulbs on a clearance, I still want to use them next year. Put my extra soil in there. Y'all, these totes come in so handy for like mixing up soil. It's just always good whenever you're doing a project to keep one on hand, keep one nearby, because you always find a use for it while you're working on a project. Okay, these are in there. May have to just pour these out into this tote. Looks like that's what it wants to do. Okay, there's one bulb. These bulbs here are smaller because it's a different type of plant. The first ones I removed were tulips and hyacinths. So I'm not sure what these are. They might be the crocus. Not sure. But the bulbs on them are smaller. There was a label in here, but it seems to have disappeared. That's a hyacinth bulb. still have one trying to produce a flower. Well, I'll still allow it a chance to produce because I'm going to put it in the ground. It's going to get planted in the yard. But this is just something that you can do. Now, if you have pots that you keep in a certain spot each season, and you can add more soil to those pots that have your bulbs in it, and you can plant your annuals and let your bulbs naturalize in place in those pots. But I don't have these. First of all, these pots are not that big, and then I really need these pots. And so I feel like I broke the top. I would probably end up digging these bulbs, trying to plant in them, and probably ruin my bulb. So I just think that it's best for me to do it this way. But if you're able to leave yours in your pot, and you still have room to, plant your annuals, your summer annuals or perennials, then you can do that. I think that's my last one. These are just some stems. There's one. Okay, the rest of this is just compost, and I'm going to add just a little bit of soil to it. This is some black gold all-purpose potting mix. I'm just going to add, and now we're going to see what these coneflowers look like. And you remember we did the gladiolas, and they came out very good. They were bare root like this, or dried, and they did very good. So I am hoping for the best on these. This one says it has one purple coneflower, and I do not know where it is. I think we probably, let me not speak too soon. What is this? This is a piece of bark. All right, Family Dollar. Now, I don't know if this is what this is supposed to be the root. See, they may need to start putting some photos of what these bare roots look like, because I've never planted a bare root coneflower before. So I do not know, but I have something else I'm going to do. Okay, so this looks like whatever this used to be or is supposed to be our coneflower. So I'm going to put this in here along with everything else that was in this bag, because I threw away a piece of bark. Let me see where that piece of bark is. Maybe that was definitely bark, but somewhere in here, and I think it must be supposed to be in here. I'm putting it in there, and I'm gonna put a little soil on top of this, because I don't want to talk bad about them before I know how their coneflower is supposed to work. If it's supposed to, because it's a bare root or something like that. I don't want to talk about it before I give it an opportunity. And I will keep you all updated on whatever becomes of this, because I was very looking forward to this purple coneflower. So I went inside to see. I know I have some seeds, some echinacea seeds. So I will be planting some echinacea seeds. I may just have to buy me a perennial plant because maybe too late for those seeds, but we'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sit this to the side. I have it marked that is our purple coneflower. So now I have these seeds that I purchased from the Dollar Tree for $4 seeds, and this is called helichrysum or helichrysum. I don't know which way you pronounce it, but these are your strawflowers. And I was happy to find that they had some because I wanted some strawflowers. So I have gotten me some soil ready, and I'm going to lightly water it. Give it a chance to settle down a little. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some of my seeds on top. These are some tiny seeds, so just gonna sprinkle them into these cells. Probably gonna have a lot in these cells, but I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle. Didn't get any in that last one. May as well get the rest of them out of my hand instead of putting them back in there and take a chance on getting water in there. So now we've got our helichrysum, which are the strawflowers. And I'm gonna add a little potting mix on top. Pat it down just a little, make contact, and I'm gonna lightly water it in to moisten the soil that I put on top. And I will label it but I have to wait because I didn't bring my marker out. Okay, so now I have one more pot to remove some bulbs from. Okay, so these were some tulips. Okay, so that's all of our tulip bulbs. Uh-oh, there's one right there. There's another one. I think I got them all. And the plant that I needed this pot for is this beautiful, wonderful smelling lavender. And I purchased this lavender from Walmart a few weeks ago. And I am going to pop it in this pot, because lavender is one that likes to spread out. And I want it to be in this pot. It was kind of dry. Pop it in. Add some more potting mix, and it smells so good. If you all don't have a lavender plant or a lavender hedge, I would love to have a lavender hedge, but right now I'm just not doing that. I got to get things a little more organized around here. I don't know if organized is the right word, but my landscape is not looking the way that I want it to look as far as the decorative parts go. So I'm just gonna put some soil around it. I'm gonna water it in. It smells so good. Stick my label in. And that completes our projects for today, guys. So I hope that you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.